Hello, my name is Benjamin Dunn, and today I will be going over the study cycle. The study cycle is an excellent tool that will help you approach your academic journey here at the University of Kentucky. The study cycle focuses on 5 phases that will help you prepare for each of your courses in a different way. The 5 phases include 1, the preview phase, 2, the attend phase, 3, the review phase, 4, the study phase, and 5, the test or exam phase. Each phase is designed to help you prepare in a different way for success in your courses. It's important to keep in mind that you will always be in a different phase with each of your course at different times of the week. Depending on the structure and demands of your course, you may also be in a different part of each phase throughout the week in each part of the semester. Phase 1 of the study cycle is the preview phase. This phase is reserved for before the class begins. So if you have a class on a Monday morning, you would want to preview the class on a Sunday night or sometime in the weekend leading into the new week. To effectively preview, it's best to think about what is coming up in that class. For example, if your class is studying a new term this week, it's important to get familiar with that term ahead of time so that you have a basic understanding of it. This way you are already prepared for what to expect on the topic and you are already ready to learn more about that subject in depth. Another aspect of effectively previewing is keeping an open mind about the class and keeping a growth mindset about the subject in class. You want to approach the class with confidence, curiosity, and enthusiasm to learn as much as you can. Lastly, during the preview phase, it's important to come into class with 2 or 3 questions about each subject so that you can be ready to participate and engage with your classmates and instructors. Phase 2 of the study cycle is the attend phase. This phase is designated for when you are in the class. While it may feel redundant and obvious to include attending class in the study cycle, it's important to highlight that the study cycle is speaking about your attendance in 2 different ways. It's important to both be in the class physically, but it's also important to be in the class mentally. It's important to be present, focused, and engaged in class. To effectively exercise this phase, it's important to minimize distractions and to sit near the front of the class so that you can engage with those around you and focus on the content of the course. Next, it's important to take effective notes that are organized in a way that you can effectively look at them later and so that you will be able to come back to those notes when it's important to study. We call this metacognitive notes. Lastly, it's important to ask questions. If there's not an opportunity to ask questions in the class, the next best thing is to write the question down so that you can get it answered later. Phase 3 of the study cycle is the review phase. Arguably, the review phase is one of the most important phases of the study cycle because it directly transitions your study material from your short-term memory bank to your long-term memory bank. To effectively apply the review phase, it's important to review the new material that you learned in that class within the first 8 to 12 hours after class. In this phase, remember to review your notes, expand on any notes that you have that need extra thought, and fill in any gaps and continue to form questions about the material. Lastly, it's important to organize your material so that you can look at it later in the study phase. Phase 4 of the study cycle is the study phase. The study phase is designed for you to strengthen your knowledge on the material that you learned in your class. Remember to build a routine and a rhythm throughout your weekly schedule to incorporate 20 to 30 minute windows where you can incorporate the study phase. To make the study phase more effective, think about a few questions before you begin studying, like 1, what do you need to study? What location is best for you to study? Who might you want to study with, if anyone? And what do you effectively want to get out of that study phase? Lastly, consider what methods of studying do you need to use to study that material. At the conclusion of the study session, also consider how you might measure whether or not the study session was actually effective. It's important to not just study when it's necessary, but to study out of rhythm and study in a routine. Phase 5 and the final phase of the study cycle is the test or exam phase. The test phase of the study cycle is all about the exam or the test. To effectively prepare for this phase, we want to answer several key questions. Number one, what material do I need to prepare for this upcoming exam? Number two, what material do I feel the most confident about for this upcoming exam? Number three, what material do I feel least confident about? Number four, what methods of studying do I need to use to best prepare for this exam? 5, can I teach the material to someone else? It is likely, if you can teach the material to someone else, that you are more prepared to take the exam. Consider teaching the material to someone who really understands the material. This is a person who may be a major in that area or may have already taken the class, and consider how this person may be able to point out information that you may have missed. How might that help prepare you for that exam? Alternatively, consider teaching the material to someone who may not understand the material that well, but who you may have to over-explain the material to. How might that help you best prepare for the exam as well? Both exercises would help you prepare for the exam and provide you with a deeper understanding of the material and more confidence to perform better on exam day. When you get your exam back, consider auditing your success. If you get an 80% on the exam, consider what went into getting that 80%. For example, how many study sessions did you spend preparing for that exam? What methods of studying did you use? Where did you study? How many hours of sleep did you get the night before? How well did you take notes? How often did you preview and review? All of these factors and more play a part in your level of success on each exam. Consider how you might use this experience to help with preparation and building momentum for the next exam. If you are still having trouble preparing for the exam or would like more information about the study cycle, we encourage you to make an appointment with an Integrate Success Coach today. Thank you and good luck on your exam.